Hello and welcome to Conquest TV. I'm Frankie Vu, and in this video we'll be taking a look at issue 7 of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. This time round we have no new models to build, but you'll have noticed you do have 2 new pots of paint that are a bit different from your others. We'll get back to these soon, but first let's take a look at the background in issue 7. We've talked before about how different Space Marines are from ordinary humans. In your new background section, you'll find out just how they're turned into superhuman warriors. There are details about all the new organs and implants that are added to an aspirant's body to transform them, such as the black carapace, which is implanted into their chest to interface with their power armor, and the multi-lung, which lets them breathe poisons and even underwater. There's also a look at the realm of Ultramar, the area of the Imperium defended by the noble Ultramarines, including some fantastic maps of the star systems the chapter are sworn to protect. You'll also find out about 5 successor chapters, the Space Marines Brotherhoods created from the same gene seed as the Ultramarines. These include the Scythes of the Emperor, who were brought to the brink of extinction by the alien Tyranids, and the Silver Templars, a chapter made up of all Primaris Space Marines and famed for their skill as duelists. Now that we've gone through the new background, this is where we'd normally break out the clippers and glue and build some new miniatures. But this time round we're going to move straight to the painting. So let's get to grips with your new shade paints. Our models have loads of details on them, and while our paint jobs look really good so far, shades help us take it to another level. Shades are formulated to flow over the details of a model and give amazing depth and rich tones to our miniatures. Take a look at this before and after of this Plague Marine. This one has been painted with base paints and looks good, but check out the difference with this one. The gold looks richer with deep recesses, and the metal on his chainmail and knife looks awesome. Painting shades onto your models is nice and simple too. In fact, most veteran hobbyists absolutely love using them. All you need to do is to give your pot of paint a quick shake, making sure that the lid is firmly on whilst you're doing this, and then open it up, and there should be a little bit of paint settled in the lip that is just beneath the lid there. So what I'm going to do is get some of that shade onto my bristles, then I'll pick up my Plague Marine and paint the shade over this metal part here, over the Retributor armor. It looks really, really good over this gold color. Now, once you've done this, don't forget to leave plenty of time for the paint to dry before you move on to the next stage. Nuln Oil is a dark, almost black shade that works great on surfaces such as silver metal. Basically everything we've painted with Leadbelcher. So let's paint it onto our existing models. Take an intercessor and collect some Nuln Oil in the bristles like so. Then just paint it on like this. Now don't put too much on at once, we don't want to drown out the detail. Paint it on and move it around with your bristles. You can paint it onto all of the silver areas on your models, the Reavers, Plague Marines and Poxwalkers, even Lieutenant Calcius. Even though Nuln Oil is runnier than normal paint, you still need to wash your brush when you're done with it. Regularly stop and wash your brush out in clean water as you did with your other paints. Agrax Earthshade is a brown shade designed to bring out the best in areas of models that look good with brown shadows, like the gold on our Space Marines and Death Guard. Use it on the shoulder trim and chest eagles, sword hilts and other important areas of your Space Marine intercessors. Do this for your other Ultramarines too, but make sure you don't overload your brush as you paint. The Death Guard have their own gold details to pick out as well. Spikes, shoulder guards, armor trim and more. The Poxwalkers even have some gold of their own. Not much though, because it's a hard life being a plague-cursed slave. Now once you've applied Nuln Oil and Agrax Earthshade to all of your models, the finished results will look gorgeous. Check out these examples here. Let's get down to some playing. Our first game adds some new rules for falling back. There are going to be times when even the bravest warriors need to withdraw from combat and regroup. You'll find all of this in issue 7. To learn these rules, let's set up a simple battle. Get out your game mat and ready your warriors. For the Ultramarines, we'll need the Primaris Reavers and Lieutenant Calcius, while the Death Guard have 3 Plague Marines and a unit of Poxwalkers. Don't forget to use the special rules for your models. You can remind yourself of them by checking the datasheets in issue 7. Up till now, if a unit in your force is caught in a fight, they've had to slug it out until they win or were defeated. With the rules for falling back, you now have an extra choice. If you don't think they can win, your unit can fall back. To do this, your unit must be locked in combat, so have an enemy unit within 1 inch. To fall back, just move your unit up to their full move away from the enemy so that they end up more than 1 inch from any enemy models. This is great for getting out of a fight you can't win. Here's the downside though. A unit that does decide to fall back cannot advance, charge or shoot later that turn. So only do this if it's best for your warriors. There are a few restrictions on falling back too. When you fall back, your models can't move within 1 inch of a new enemy. They also can't move through any enemies. So if your warriors are completely surrounded, there's no way for them to get out and they're gonna have to fight instead. The best way to use this ability is to have a unit that's in trouble fall back so that another unit can get involved instead. Right, let's give this a try in a full game. We'll be using the mission in issue 7, Secure the Gene Seed. A chapter's reserve of Gene Seed is essential to its survival. And aboard the Honor of Ultramar, the Death Guard are attempting to seize a valuable crate filled with this precious cargo. Place an objective marker in the center of the board to represent the Gene Seed, like so. Next, deploy your forces like we did before. Roll off to see who deploys the first unit, with the winner placing one of his units on the deployment markers as normal. The player who deploys second can take the first turn. Now, to win the battle, all you have to do is to get the Gene Seed crate back to one of your deployment markers. Do that and you are victorious. Any model can pick up and move the objective marker by moving into base contact with it. Pick up the marker and place it underneath your model. Wherever the model moves, the objective marker goes too. If that model dies though, it will leave the objective behind, and another model will have to move onto it and pick it up instead. Now, give the mission a go and see who is victorious. Once you've played the game through, you might like to add some extra rules. You'll find these in the replay section. While the Death Guard will get even deadlier weapon rules, the Space Marines get Codex Discipline. This means that Ultramarines who fall back can still shoot. Perfect for gunning down a horde of onrushing Poxwalkers. And with that, we come to the end of another episode of Conquest TV. Join me next time where we add another hero to the Ultramarines, a librarian who uses powerful psychic abilities to devastate the Death Guard. You'll get background on the librarians and rules for using psychers in your games, as well as a complete guide to building and painting your new miniature. I'll see you then.